over in Santiago Compostela, phase 2, and finally we can meet up with friends. And today with Jane and Erik. Hello.
Hello, Pilar.
Hello.
Where are you from? Tell us.
Fochabers.
Elgin originally, but we live in Fochabers at the moment.
Yeah. And you are in Galicia. You were trapped in Galicia in the middle of this crisis, this pandemic. Tell us all about it. Your experiences, how neighbors were with you, etc.
Well, the neighbours have been very friendly. We've had a lot of support from friends and neighbours. It's been a couple of days when we felt a bit down, but family and friends phoning us from Scotland, and we've been very lucky. We had a comfortable house.
Yeah, I think we've been lucky. We have a house to stay in, we've got food, we've got clean water, we can wash, we can go to the shop and get food. A lot of people can't, so in the scale of things, you know what I mean, it wasn't really a problem. I mean, nobody likes to stay in the house, but because of what happened we had to, and that's the way it is.
Do you have enough information? Have you felt abandoned
No.
by the British government, for example?
We're Scottish. We were abandoned by the Westminster government decades ago. The Scottish government, we've had communication with them and support, and the local government in Dodro, the local council, have kept us up to date and been very supportive.
Yes,
So-
the only problem's really the language barrier, because we don't speak or very little Spanish, so that is the only problem really. From back home we have been watching news and see it on the internet, etc, etc, so we haven't really felt left out. I mean, the advice was to stay where you were. We could have went home, but we would have had to go through Spain, through France, through England, up to the north of Scotland, so we thought for ourselves and for other people, rather than possibly spread the virus, we would stay. The house we're in, he said we could stay, so that seemed the sensible thing to do, to stay where we were and isolate here, and the weather is better, so you know what I mean? So
Yes, we were watching the Cummins crisis, and of course, the responsibility of every one of us is absolutely essential.
Yeah.
So, how do you define how the Spanish government have acted and handled this crisis in your view?
As far as we can see, that they've made some mistakes, I think, but in general, I think they've dealt with it well. But also, we have to give credit to the people of Galicia and the people of Spain, because most of them have dealt with this very well and been very supportive of each other. And that's
yeah,
that, yeah.
well, I think it's difficult for us to get an idea because of the language barrier, but from what we understand, I mean, it was up to the kind of people, and I don't think anybody's coming out of this very well, but they have dealt with it, I think, on a reasonable level, as have other governments. But if you look at the figures, it doesn't say much for America or the UK as a whole. You know what I mean? In the death figures and the contagious figures. So, you know what I mean? I think they have been okay, but because of the language, we don't know. We don't have too much information. So
This is your first time in Galicia, isn't it?
No.
No. Oh, wow.
No.
Tell me about it.
I came here first about 15 years ago,
Oh, wow.
because there are many, many Gallegos working in Fort William,
Uh-huh.
and I had never heard about Galicia, and I was told about this paradise. So I came and stayed for 3 months, and it just captured my heart. And then we came back together 3 years ago.
3 years ago. for a holiday.
for 1 month, and it captured Exhart.
Yeah.
So now we're back again, looking for a house because we want to live here, we want to retire here. So
Wow.
we want to come and live in Galicia. It's as the Gallegos told me, it's paradise, it's beautiful.
Well, it is.
It's not perfect, but it's beautiful.
Oh, I think it is a beautiful place, I would agree. It is green. It does rain a lot, but in Scotland I think the rain is a lot colder. Here it is warmer. We're in a lucky position. Through my uncle died a couple of years ago and my father died last year, so we had the money to come here to look for a house to retire. But it seems to be, when we look at, because of the pandemic, we couldn't go out and look, and now it's kind of getting better, but hopefully we will get somewhere. So,
Okay.
touch wood, fingers crossed.
And finally, a message for your friends and family in Scotland from Galicia, a message from this phase 2.
Do what you're told. Stay indoors. We're out. We're out. We're enjoying getting back to normal. That's not going to happen unless you behave yourselves and stop being numpties.
Yeah, it is up to themselves. I mean, you have to screw the nut a bit. We are quite lucky here because I think they are fairly isolated and people have stayed indoors, so now we can get out. It is nice to get outside and enjoy the sunshine, but that's what you have to do. We will get back to normal at some point in the future, but until then,
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
screw the nut and
Yeah.
hang on.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for being here. Thank you for loving Galicia. And all of you, you know, every one of us have to be responsible. We are almost free. According to news from the Spanish government, tourists will be welcome again from 1st of July. That's true, yeah. But, you know, we have to keep social distancing, we have to wash our hands, and we have to be very, very respectful and responsible, okay? So, thank you very much, Jane and Erik.